Greetings, my lovelies. This is LIGHTSTAR, and I am back on the channel. Although you don't see me on screen here, I am going to be sharing some very important things that you're going to want to hang out for. So I just want to get into this. It's going to be a light language activation as well in here. So don't go anywhere for that. It's a very important one. And so let's get right into the content that I want to share with you today. So I'm really excited to have you guys here, and welcome to all the newcomers that are here for the very first time, and welcome back to all of you who have been around for a while. And I really wanted to share something today that I feel is so important, and it's a topic that is really hits everybody. Okay, this has to do with change, but it's about like adaptability to change and the ability to have to circumvent circumstances very quickly and rapidly in these times right now. And so what I want to do first is, first of all, I would like to share one of the reasons why I'm not on camera right now is because I was taking a break for a little bit, even though you guys were seeing me on my channel and seeing me on screen a lot of the time. I actually, around the end of last year, right after the Thanksgiving weekend, there was a ring around the moon that I saw right before something happened to me, and I wanted to share it with you guys that maybe didn't know what happened. But basically, right after that happened, the ring around the moon, and I just heard of a friend of mine that fell and broke her knee, I think, and also hurt her wrist and had to have surgery and all this stuff. So I just heard about that. And then literally the next day, it happened to me. And I fell and broke my arm. Now, I haven't really said much about it because I've been just healing and trying to do my own stuff with all of that. But the first week that it happened, I didn't even go into the doctor or anything. I was thinking I just maybe pulled a muscle. But to be honest, how it happened, I don't know if you've ever heard of anybody falling up instead of falling down. That was me. But I literally, my shoe fell off underneath my desk and I was looking for it and I couldn't see it. I didn't find it anywhere. And so I got a pillow and I got the pillow, put my knee down on the pillow on the floor and was trying to be very careful actually. But I literally got up and my foot lost, my bearings there and completely, it was on a hardwood floor here. And I slipped, but not only slipped, I slipped and almost felt like I was being pushed. It really felt very supernatural, like not normal the way this happened. But I literally lost my whole entire balance and spun around in a circle. And I hit the couch, I think, like a couple of times really hard enough for the couch to move, like the whole couch moved. And then I landed on the floor and my arm was really stretched out one way and my body the other direction, and I literally heard a loud ripping sound. It was not a snapping or breaking sound, it was a ripping sound. Now, I have broken my leg 30 years ago with a tib-fib spiral fracture, had to have rods inserted in screws into my leg and non-weight bearing in a cast for 3 months. And I actually, when that happened, I've told the story a couple of times on different things, but about what happened there. But I literally heard a snap at that point, so I knew something literally broke. But this time, I actually heard a ripping sound. It wasn't a snap, so I really didn't know what was going on, but I tried to do it, myself. I was in a lot of pain, for sure. And yet it was just like not something I could take care of. So after a week, I decided I needed to go into the ER around here since I don't really have a physician and there's really no doctors around this area. We have a very shortage of doctors. So I went to the ER. We waited like 5 hours. And sure enough, the x-ray showed that I broke my arm. Now they call it a humerus fracture, and I don't think that's very funny, so I don't know why they call it that, but that's what it is, a humerus fracture. And so that is what I am left with, but they did not do an MRI, and I really think that the ripping sound is probably the muscle that tore, my deltoid muscle, but we're just having to wait on that, I guess, because we got to heal the bone first, I guess, and then try to deal with that later or whatever. I have been on this long journey because I had to be put into a sling for 6 weeks, and, you know, it was really painful, but I was working still, doing everything. It's just there's certain things that I just couldn't do because I couldn't lift my arm, and it is my dominant arm. So it's my right arm, my computer arm, my everything arm. And so the last, I don't know, for 6 weeks for that time, I had to learn how to use my left hand and my right arm, my left arm, and not use my right arm. I could use my hand a little bit too, and I had to use the computer, but I got a handheld mouse that really helped out a lot. So we got that. Had to do a lot of things to the subject matter of today's video, which is adapt. Okay, so I had to do some massive adapting to my life, okay, because of this. And you know, I'm currently, at this time that I'm recording this, I'm actually at the point where I'm out of the sling finally, and I'm in physical therapy and, you know, going through that process to get mobility, motion back as best I can, strength, you know, because when you're in a sling or a cast or whatever it is, you know, everything atrophies. And it's really not good. It's a double-edged sword. Like, you need to heal it to let it, you know, heal. But then on the other side of the sword, you've got a lot of atrophy, and it's not good for your body to let it sit in one position, get stuck in that position, and then it doesn't move right. So there's a lot of things that have to be unraveled due to that. So I'm in physical therapy, and although I have made some progress, it's still not clear as far as the muscle or whatnot. It's going very slowly, and so I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that. It's really hard for me to raise my arm over my head, and, you know, certain things that are just not coming along. But I think, you know, I'm just going to address it as we need to, and we'll see where it goes. So any of you guys that are out there, you healers out there, could sure use some assistance with this whole arm, to the bone, to the muscle, to everything, to get it back in working order. And unfortunately, these things take a long time. With the bone heals in like 8 to 10 weeks or something ridiculous just for that to heal. And then if I have the muscle on top of it, the tear, then that's, oh, God knows what else. So anyway, yeah, I could just sure use any of your awesome healing warriors out there to send some good energy my way. That would be super appreciated. And I love you guys for that. But I'm on the mend. I know it. I'm just going through the process, and it is progressing. It's just going at a snail's pace. I'm probably less fast or swift than I would like it, but I get impatient with these things, and I have to be more patient with my own body's progression here. So that is that. And so I've been dealing with this a lot, with having to adapt to circumstances. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, and I'm just sharing this now, I didn't share it then because I was going through a lot, and I'm generally not the type of person that shares like every little thing that happens to me in my personal life with you guys. I'm relatively private, believe it or not. But, you know, I talk about stuff after the fact, like after I've kind of dealt with it and had a little bit more to share about it. But through that, because I've been through this before, it was even a way worse thing when I had my broken leg, like all those years ago. That was like a 10-year experience. It literally, because I had to have surgery, a couple of surgeries, and I literally had, they go in through the knee to put a rod in. It wasn't even where my break happened. that was down by the ankle. But since they go in through the knee, it gave me osteoarthritis in the knee, and it's just messed up the whole knee was the main problem that I was rehabbing for all that time. And I got really poor physical therapy at the time, and so I had to unravel a lot. So it was a very, very long process. But that was way worse, obviously, than this one. But it still brought me back a little bit to some of the things that I had to deal with then, and some of the things that I think all of us are dealing with now is this process of adapting to constant change and constant stresses that are in our lives that take us off path a little bit, or divert our path, and or delay what we were doing, or postpone what we were supposed to do, and then now we got to deal with these things. And so I find that because I've been going through this, and I've also been seeing so many other people going through this as well, and to be honest, I have a lot of people that I've also been seeing that have been going through a lot of particularly physical issues, whether it be a health challenge or an accident. I know 3 other people that had accidents like I did, kind of around the same time. So there was a lot going on, and also people having health challenges, like big health challenges. And so again, these are all things that right now we are having to focus on, right? So it's taking all of our energy and having to focus there, okay? But so that's part of what I wanted to do here, was talk about this, just to explain, because I'm going through this as well. And I wanted to, how I want to do this though for this activation is that I'm going to bring up an image that I created that is part of my Magical Dimensions 2nd edition Oracle deck, and it's also an image. I'm going to bring this up where you can see the image is Warrioress. That's the name of the image itself. But on my Magical Dimensions 2nd edition Oracle deck, the actual art is called Empowerment. It's card number 13, and we have Grounded, Strength, and Stamina for the subtitles here. And so I wanted to bring this up because this is the energy that I feel we've been having to go through, is this empowerment and this warrioress energy for those of us that are female, and then obviously the warrior energy still with the masculine. So both are in full effect right now. And whether it is a health challenge, whether it is a financial situation or a relationship issue or career or life purpose or any of those things, or just survival mode or whatever's going on, this is the energy that I feel is really up and personal for all of us to deal with because of the situations, whether it's something that's happened. And we have to quickly adapt to this change and to situations. So I wanted to bring this up for the activation, where I'm going to do visual activation here and also a light language activation to assist us all with this having to strengthen ourselves. Because what this does is it also has us using up our adrenaline like crazy. So we've got a lot of stress on the planet, which I've talked about before, which we are going to be continuing this sort of stress cycle for quite some time. And so you want to be very, very careful with your reserves, because we've got quite a bit to get through in the next, even 5 to 10 years of time, where everything is changing quite rapidly, and we have to be on our guard, or just to be able to function through that. So that's what I wanted to share about, and do a little activation here for you guys to harness the energy of strength and empowerment, and to be able to withstand and to adapt quickly and easily and effortlessly as much as we possibly can to changes that abruptly happen, that throw you off path, or seem to, throw you off path. So that's part of the reason why I'm not on here. It's just, again, it's just sort of taking a little bit of a break from the visual for me, because it was just hard to lift my arm and move the camera and do this and that and the other thing. So I just decided I'm just going to do one without the visuals, and it'll be easier for me. And so that's why I wanted to share this, okay? At the same time, I've also been, as many of you guys know, on my YouTube channel and some of the other channels, back channels, that I've been posting these free, complimentary music activations that I've been creating, and it's basically called my LIGHTSTA'R's Magical Sanctuary, and I've even created a logo just for that. So I'll show you the logo right here so you can see what it looks like. But this is kind of the intro, that these are on a playlist as well, so you can look at them. They're visual, they're my artwork that is animated, and then I have created all of the music as well as the toning and the sound or singing and light language that's embedded into these. That is going to be activating for you guys, and they loop so that it runs for either an hour or 3 hours depending upon the video. I've got about 4 so far, and so you can listen and get that. And a lot of you guys really enjoyed that, getting great feedback on it, so you can go check it out. Again, it's in a playlist on my YouTube channel, so you can check those out. I do have shorter versions, 3-minute, 33-second versions of the music of all of these in MP3 format for you to purchase. So you can actually buy those on my website in my music and audio category. So I'd appreciate it if you go check them out, get that, or support, or do a donation or something, because it takes me a lot of time and a lot of my money that I even put into this. And I would really appreciate the support from you guys to go ahead and purchase in some way so that I can continue to keep, with them, putting them on YouTube for you guys, and then on the channels as complimentary. We'll see how long I can do that for, but if you guys can, support me, that would be great to be able to do that. I love doing these, love creating them, but I do have them available for you guys, or purchase me artwork that goes with it, or purchase something on my website. That would be great to get the support that way. But I've been creating these for you guys so that you could have some stress relieving types of energies inside the home, and playing them. They're very, very powerful and very activating and very clearing, and I'll be coming out with more of them as well. And so that's there for you guys. So I just wanted to take some time to share what's going on with that. I know that was a little longer of an intro. Some of you guys don't really care for me doing that longer, and you just want to get to the activation. But I felt it was important because it was related to what I'm sharing today. So having said all of that, let's tune in to the activation, where I want you guys to first tune in to your own life right now, whatever's going on in the area where you're having to adapt or quickly change something in your life, or, to shift it to a different, whatever it is, career, different relationship, having to move, having to relocate, having to, go through a health challenge, whatever those things are in your life that you feel are just challenging you right now, okay? And bringing up this, stress cycle, or frustration, or suffering, pain, whatever it is. And I want you to place your attention on it, not to focus on it, but just to bring it up, objectively as you can. Just bring it up in your energy field so that we can tune into the energy to clear and to focus upon this image and the energy behind this image of the empowerment, getting grounded, strengthening, having the stamina that you need to get through this, and the strength that you need to get through whatever you're going through, okay? And so just tune in to that, and put your mind off to the side, and tune into your heart, open your heart, and let's go. La tierra naras, rotosarita reria, gruko ishandare, Grusta randariaranani darworste grukostanira. Urutaniri darinesaran. Rukurishitarmira randiri arandas. Rukurakitariera. Rotishoro frandaradera. Ukarak ale randur jondari midarir. Gurustara jondari darananis. Rubagareshir. Dariaran. Dariozo rokorukir harir darnar. Surobareti gariadat nera. Sutarukure ukurere darandariesa. Urumariteriti oroko testarniri. Brokovidear nariteri tarkirar. Tustoro titar nurusto rukiti sarnar. Tikaruka rita. Ubarashtiriarna dis. Dario utukrukiarneta. Ruko. Vetatitiri tar mara desto. Dari tutukuruki tar mira tisha Durati. Rokota. Kuritisanti tarete pekaran. Urobar roshato kurote takaroka. Taita rumatis barberite di carnes. Sori tariera di arnes. Urobar tete carrier. Roko tokoroke kieni takarar. Disorure tarmira parata carriaraka. Karieta ko harita karosto. Paripatinira kalekalai shatakayer. Andasari uroparati sararaya daranares. Rukurukuritara. Surura tatira. Karora katira. Zarora kateri. Karita kuchishatra. Uropakari randi dariso rokoite hadi sari haji darajari sudobarari jerarana esagurosha teteriera naridarandarasari karido rokorakari jetaraya. Iterminetera sarro karaite akaritura shatariri tarsunari tarrai kirara turumara kire sari tere tuku roro koroshara tarata randere saravaredira hurabakaitiri shatariaran sutakurukurar tariatokurukurar teisaranari Tarit, tarut, urutisho, ruka, krukoshe. Teritarinera, tarimeso, toparashe, tararumor tariti karia narasara. Tusondo roparista taritar gale, tarista gale gile, tarista gale gile. And everybody take a nice deep breath in through your body. Give it a little rest. Give it a little love and unconditional love right now for whatever you're going through and whatever situation. Just seeing it as just part of this process on the planet, part of the things that we have to go through sometimes, the ebb and the flow of the tides. And knowing that things will even out and they will balance out and be in more harmony as we are in more harmonious connection with the divine and our own healing abilities and our own sovereignty and our own abundance abilities and manifestation to correct and change course where we need to appropriately, easily, effortlessly, effectively, As you breathe, these codes of being able to adapt easier as we tune in to these frequencies. The Lyran energies are very prevalent when it comes to adaptation. My Lyra Genesis activation is one of the images that goes very much hand in hand with this, even though I chose to use the Warrioress or the Empowerment card here for this activation. Even though we're doing Lyra, the activation of the light language was coming through. The Lyrans, if anyone, definitely have gone through their fair share of chaos and stress and pain and suffering. And so I wanted to just tune into their frequency, because this one really helps to give you guys the strength, because we need the endurance and that stamina to keep going and continue even though it feels difficult and challenging. And as we always like to say, this too shall pass. Say that to yourself. This too shall pass. Everything does. It just comes in that circle. Sometimes we go through moments of extreme happiness and joy, and everything's going great in our lives. And then sometimes we're going through some really challenges that we have to go through. And sometimes we're going through that dark night of the soul, which I actually like to call the Kundalini quest of the soul. That's my new term for that. And I've talked about that in the past, because I feel that there's a shift happens, especially when you've gone through several of them in your lifetime. It tends to shift into a different way of looking at things. And so I want you to look at that in your own life and see what the benefit is that you do receive from the difficult times. Like for my case, I can look and say, you know what? I actually am almost ambidextrous now, because I've had to use this left hand, which was completely retarded and could not use it. And now I'm like, wow, I'm putting my makeup on with my left hand, and the only thing I can't really do great is still writing, because I really didn't practice that. I was still writing with my right hand because I could move my wrist. But I've really gotten so good at using my left hand, which got a lot stronger. So as we know, right hand, left hand, you use different parts of the brain when you're activating that. So it's kind of fun, for me. I mean, that was not this experience, but that was kind of cool that came out of it, because I really have always sort of wanted to use my left hand and never really forced myself to do it. So as I said, look at the benefit of what you learn, or what you gain, what you grow from in these times of challenge. I've already done some videos that have to do with the 2024 energies and what we're going through, and even really the span of longer than that. Just it goes beyond 2024. It's just that this one is a very pivotal year for us all as a collective. And so, we need to have the strength. We just really need to build our strength, because we're going through a lot, and even in our personal lives as well as the collective. So adding those two together, we need some kind of support, right? Support. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And if you guys would like to work with me privately, you know where to find me at my website, which is lightstarcreations.com. And you can find all of my items, my products, my services, all of the things that I have to offer, where I have my sessions, all of my private sessions for you guys to assist you even further. And I have my artwork, which obviously you can purchase, my music, which you can obviously purchase as well. And I have apparel to all sorts of goodies on there, blankets, and my oracle decks, of course. You can buy the 2nd edition Magical Dimensions or the Celestial Frequencies oracle decks, and all the good stuff I have on there for you guys to help you through these challenging times. And so with that, I will be back. I promise I will be back. Now, I may not do as many videos as I did, but I will have some video content for you, even if it's not necessarily me on camera like this, or other things that I come on to do or to talk about and to assist you with light language and activation. So stay tuned, and I will be back for more. In the meantime, I send you off with a ton of love from the angelics, from the galactics, from the elementals, and from the ascended master realms to the spiritual guides and their realms, and all of the beings that are in touch with you and all of them that are working with you, and to enlist their assistance, to especially call in your higher self to work with the higher realms to help you in these challenging times. But also the Great Awakening and the excitement and all of the things that are coming forth, that will be coming forth as we go through this, dark tunnel. In a way, we are going to come out the other side where there is a bright and lighter side of everything, with all of the innovations that will be coming forth and are really coming forth. So I love you guys, and I will be back with some more content very soon. Namaste. I hope you guys are enjoying this content, and if you are, or if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And YouTube likes to call it subscribe. I like to call it joining the tribe or joining the community. I think that sounds much better and more inviting. And if you are down there clicking around, make sure you hit that like button on the video and give it a thumbs up. And also share the content out to people that you know would be interested in this type of material and content. And make sure you comment and engage. I love to engage and interact with you guys in the comments section. And make sure that you click the notifications bell so that you won't miss a thing when new videos come out. And I am looking forward to bringing more content as always. And I'd love to have you guys join the community. And for those of you that would like to catch me on other platforms and other channels, I am also on BitChute and Brighteon, Rumble, and Odyssey. And you can check all those links of where I'm at down below in the description area. The content on those channels generally gets posted a day or so after the post goes up on YouTube. So just have a little patience as to when that becomes available on the other platforms. If you'd like to support my journey and helping to bring more content to YouTube and provide all this activation and goodness for you guys, please consider providing a donation to my work, and you can do that in many different ways. If you head on over to my website at LIGHTSTARCreations.com, you'll also see a donation page on there where it has many different forms for you to provide your donation. I have a vibrational giving, a certain specified dollar amount that is aligned with a certain frequency, and you can give that way, or you can become a patron on Patreon, or you can actually just donate whatever that feels in resonance with you. And there's also super thanks on YouTube, and that is the little heart button that is next to the like button below the video, and you can also donate that way. And something that I do for anyone who donates to my work, I send a remote light language blessing of love and abundance and support right back to you. It's my way of saying thank you for your donation. And I so appreciate all of you who have donated and all my patrons. I love you guys, and thank you so much for your continued love and support. And another way to support me is to just head on over to my website and make a purchase of one of my awesome products and services that I have to help you to activate and to enlighten you and to bring more light and love into your life. So head on over there and check out all the different things I have, many different types of products and services for you. And once again, I extend my love and gratitude and appreciation to all of you who have extended your support to me in the past. I love you guys, and I thank you for everything.